Okay, let's unpack this. Google I/O 25. It felt less like a conference and more like well, a rapid-fire unveiling of the future, all powered by AI.
Definitely. If you blinked, honestly, you probably missed something significant.
So much going on.
What's truly striking, though, it's not just the number of announcements, but the exponential nature of it all. It feels like we're really on an accelerating curve.
Yeah, each new thing building on the last faster and faster.
Exactly.
And that's what this deep dive is all about, right? We've waded through the deluge of announcements from that keynote.
Why the deluge?
Yeah, to pull out the most impactful AI stuff and crucially to figure out what it really means for you, in your day-to-day.
Because it touches everything now. Music, search, AR.
The sheer scope is quite something.
Indeed. Sundar Pichai, he kicked off the event, really underscoring that point, the accelerated rhythm of progress.
He did.
Mentioned over a dozen new models and research breakthroughs, and over 20 major AI products and features just since the last I/O.
It's relentless. And the numbers, they really paint a picture. He highlighted Gemini's ELO scores have jumped over 300 points since the first Gemini Pro.
Which is a massive leap in capability.
And now, Gemini 2.5 Pro is reportedly dominating the El Marino leaderboard, like across the board.
Right. For those maybe not following the leaderboards closely, that ELO score is like a skill rating. Think chess players.
Oh, good analogy.
It's like going from a really strong amateur to, well, a world championship contender in just a year. That suggests much more generalizable AI.
So AI that's better across different tasks, not just one specific thing.
Exactly. Which means for you, the listener, AI that's likely to be more adaptable and, frankly, more useful in more situations.
And they got specific too. 2.5 Pro also topped the web dev arena, beating the last version by quite a bit. Plus, here's a fun one. Gemini actually completed Pokemon Blue.
I saw that.
Every badge, the Elite Four. I mean, that's not just playing a game. That's like serious strategic thinking, long-term planning.
It really is.
Yeah.
The Pokemon milestone, it sounds lighthearted, but it showcases that ability to handle complex sequential tasks, problem solving over time. It's a neat demonstration.
Of course, all this brain power needs some serious muscle,
true.
right? So they unveiled their 7th gen TPU called Ironwood,
Ah, yes, Ironwood.
specifically for AI training and inference, 10 times the performance of the last gen. That's pretty staggering.
It's a huge leap. Think of it like the engine getting a massive upgrade. Tenfold performance means faster calculations, more efficient AI.
Which ultimately means quicker responses for you, maybe even more sophisticated AI features down the line.
Absolutely. That hardware is critical for the software innovation. You need the power to run these increasingly complex models.
And it's not just in their labs. Adoption is just, exploding. Token processing jumped from 9.7 trillion to 480 trillion monthly in 1 year.
Mind-boggling numbers. That signifies just how widespread the integration of these models is becoming. Tokens are the basic units AI processes, right?
Right. Text, code.
So that massive increase means AI is being used way more. And over 7 million developers are now building with the Gemini API.
That's huge. People are clearly seeing the potential.
The accessibility of the API is key there, letting developers build new experiences for all of us.
Okay, let's just shift gears a bit. How's this changing how we connect? Remember Project Starline?
Yeah.
This sort of holographic video call thing.
Oh yeah, very futuristic.
It's evolving. Now it's Google Beam, an AI-first platform taking standard 2D video and turning it into a realistic 3D experience. Uses multiple cameras, lots of AI rendering.
The goal is that feeling of presence, right? Making virtual chats feel less flat, more like you're in the room. The head tracking, the 3D rendering, it aims to bridge that physical distance.
Yeah, much more immersive than typical video calls.
Definitely.
And speaking of bridging gaps, they're putting real-time speech translation right into Google Meet.
It's a big one.
Initially English and Spanish for subscribers, but more languages coming for personal and enterprise users. Imagine seamless global communication.
It tackles that language barrier head on, and it aims to preserve the speaker's tone, maybe even expressions. That could really change international collaboration.
No more awkward pauses for interpreters, just talking.
Fluid conversation. That's the promise.
Okay, now let's talk about this idea of a universal AI assistant. Gemini Live, powered by Project Astra's camera and screen sharing smarts, rolling out on Android and iOS.
Right. Astra looked very impressive.
Yeah, we saw examples of it correcting users who misidentified things. It's like having this super knowledgeable AI buddy who sees what you see.
It showcases that multimodal potential, doesn't it? Understanding vision, audio, screen content, not just text. It makes the interaction much richer, more context-aware,
Blending the digital and physical.
with AI as the bridge.
Then there's Project Mariner. That's leveled up, handles up to 10 tasks at once now, and has this teach and repeat feature.
Intriguing. So you show it how to do something once.
And it learns for the future. That's now available to devs via the Gemini API. Think personalized automation.
That's a big step towards real agentic capabilities, isn't it? Not just reacting, but proactively doing tasks and learning. Makes the AI more adaptable over time.
We saw a glimpse of that with agent mode in the Gemini app. The example was finding an apartment, right? With roommates, budget, specific needs.
Yeah, in Austin.
And the app could filter listings, pull info, even schedule tours for you, like a tireless personal assistant for those annoying, time-sucking tasks.
It's a compelling vision. AI automating complex multi-step processes, understanding nuance, interacting with external services, taking action. Frees up your time.
But it gets even more tailored. Personal context.
Ah, yes. With permission, of course.
Crucially, yes, with your explicit permission. Gemini models can access relevant info across your Google stuff, Drive, past emails, docs.
So Gmail's smart reply gets actually smart.
Exactly. Imagine it suggesting things for that Utah road trip your friend asked about, based on your past trips and notes.
Pulling from your emails about it, maybe a doc with plans.
Right. Really helpful personalized replies. That's coming to Gmail this summer, then other services later.
It points towards that deeply integrated AI. Understanding your digital life to be more helpful. But, user control and transparency are absolutely key there.
Definitely. Okay, let's really dig into the core intelligence. The Gemini models themselves. Demis Hassabis presented 2.5 Pro as their most intelligent model yet.
Confidently, too. Said it's consistently outperforming others on key leaderboards, coding, general knowledge.
The improvement rate just doesn't seem to be slowing down.
No. His emphasis on leadership across benchmarks highlights its versatility. Good at coding, good at broad learning. That's impactful.
And for those needing speed and efficiency, maybe not the absolute top performance, there's the updated Gemini Flash.
Right, the more efficient one.
Apparently second only to Pro on El Marina, but faster and much cheaper to run. It's in preview now, widely available in June. Sounds like a capable workhorse.
It hits that sweet spot, doesn't it? High performance, but efficient. Good for apps needing quick, cost-effective responses.
They also showed new text-to-speech stuff, multi-speaker support, like 2 distinct voices in one output.
And seamless language switching.
Yeah, all through the API. That's going to make AI interactions sound way more natural, less robotic.
Hugely important for conversational AI, getting closer to the nuances of human chat.
Security is clearly a focus too. Beefed up Gemini 2.5 against things like indirect prompt injections.
So trying to trick the AI through sneaky instructions.
Pretty much. They're saying 2.5 is their most secure model now. Plus, thought summaries in the API and Vertex AI.
For more transparency, seeing how it reached a conclusion.
Exactly. Lets developers peek under the hood. Could be huge for understanding and debugging AI behavior.
That explainability is vital for building trust, definitely.
There are efficiency gains, too, under the hood with 2.5 Flash. Needs fewer resources, lower costs.
Makes sense.
And they're introducing thinking budgets for both Flash and Pro. Lets developers control the trade-off between cost, latency, and how deeply the model thinks.
That's smart. Granular control. You can tune it for your specific app's needs. Maybe speed is critical, or maybe depth of analysis is more important.
Very practical. We even saw a live coding demo. Tulsi Doshi used 2.5 Pro to create a 3D web app from a sketch.
In AI Studio, right? Looked incredibly fast.
Yeah, just drew it and boom, functional app. They're even giving out starter code. It's like AI as a super fast coding partner.
It really brings that potential to life, making development faster, more accessible, turning a visual idea into code in minutes.
And speaking of coding help, Jules, their asynchronous coding agent, now in public beta.
Right, the one that works in the background.
Seems super useful for bigger projects. Can handle stuff like updating Node.js versions, integrating with GitHub autonomously. Big time saver potential.
It moves towards more autonomous AI help for developers. Handling those complex, maybe tedious tasks, freeing up humans for strategy.
They're also pushing generative AI boundaries with Gemini Diffusion, new text diffusion model, generates text in parallel.
Which means super low latency.
Exactly. 5 times faster than Flashlight, they said, with similar coding chops. Showed it solving a complex math problem almost instantly.
Fascinating. Using diffusion for text like that beyond just images and video, promising for response times.
And for the really tough problems, the cutting edge stuff, Deep Think mode for Gemini 2.5 Pro.
Pushing the limits.
Yeah, pushes the model computationally. Got great scores on hard benchmarks like US SAMO 2025, Live Code Bench. Pinnacle of their multimodal capabilities now, but only for trusted testers initially.
That's like the ultimate brain power setting. But yeah, careful rollout makes sense for something that powerful. Need thorough testing.
Okay, zooming out a bit, the big vision, Gemini becoming a world model.
Right, not just processing info, but planning, imagining, simulating the world.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Building on stuff like AlphaGo, Genie 2 for 3D environments, giving the AI a virtual sandbox to learn how reality works.
That's a huge leap. A world model could reason and plan in much more sophisticated ways. More proactive help.
And fitting into that is VO, their video model, seems to have an intuitive grasp of physics.
The examples looked impressive, maintaining consistency even with weird prompts.
That understanding of physics is crucial for things like robotics, right? Realistic simulations.
Absolutely. For AI to interact effectively with the real world, it needs that intuitive physics. VR, robotics, anything physical.
Which leads right into Gemini robotics, a specialized model just for teaching robots useful tasks. Grasping things, following complex instructions.
It all ties together.
Yeah, part of that bigger vision for the Gemini app as a universal AI assistant. Integrating video understanding, screen sharing, memory. Remember the bike repair demo?
Putting all the pieces together.
It feels like it's starting to coalesce now.
Gemini robotics shows that potential for AI in automation, physical tasks. Teaching robots useful skills opens up huge possibilities. And yeah, integrating it all into the Gemini app is key to that universal assistant idea.
Now let's talk Google search, the workhorse. AI overviews have been a huge success, apparently.
Over 1.5 billion monthly users. And surprisingly, driving more queries, not fewer.
Yeah, I found that interesting. Plus, boosting visual searches with Google Lens. People seem to really value this AI-powered info.
It suggests a fundamental shift, doesn't it? People engaging more because the AI provides more direct, comprehensive answers.
But they're not stopping there. Introducing an all-new AI mode in search.
A total reimagining.
For longer, more complex questions, advanced reasoning, rolling out in the US first. And get this, Gemini 2.5 is coming such this week, starting with AI mode.
Wow, that's a significant upgrade. Leveraging 2.5's power directly in search. Moving beyond keywords to understanding complex queries.
And AI mode is packed. Personalized context using your Gmail, past searches for recommendations.
Deep search for those expert-level reports with citations.
Complex data analysis, think sports stats, finance trends, visualize.
Agentic capabilities, booking tickets, restaurant reservations.
Live multimodality, using the camera for real-time help. That science experiment demo was cool.
Yeah, pointing your phone at something and getting instant info or help.
And enhanced shopping. Visual inspiration, product info, virtual try-on, even agentic checkout with price tracking.
It's like search got a massive IQ boost and learned how to run errands for you.
Pretty much. It's transforming search into something much more proactive and helpful.
That live multimodality especially opens up so many possibilities for real-world assistance.
Okay, switching to the creative side. Generative AI, Music AI Sandbox, and Lyria 2.
For creating high-fidelity, pro-grade audio, even with vocals.
Yeah. We saw Shankar Mahadevan experimenting with it. It's like having an AI musical collaborator.
That's powerful, opening up new creative realms for musicians, composers.
But with more AI content, detection is key, right? They're continuing work on Synthetic for invisible watermarking.
And launched a new synth detector.
Yeah. Maintaining trust and transparency is crucial as this stuff gets better.
Absolutely vital. Combating misinformation, ensuring accountability. Important steps.
They also showed a cool collaboration with filmmaker Darren Aronofsky.
Primordial Soup, his company, using VO for cinematic storytelling. They made a short film, Ancestra.
Really pushing filmmaking boundaries with AI, giving filmmakers new tools for visual narrative, character consistency, camera control in VO.
It underscores VO's potential for cinematic innovation. Exciting avenues for artistic expression.
And then there's Flow, a brand new AI filmmaking tool. Integrates VO, Imagen, Gemini.
Into one workflow.
It's incredibly intuitive. Create, edit video, extend clips, add Lyria music. Heard from AI filmmakers already using it. Seems like it could democratize video creation quite a bit.
Yeah, making AI video tools more accessible. Lowering the barrier to creating sophisticated content.
Now, to power all this, new subscription plans. Google AI Pro and Google AI Ultra.
Tiers of access.
Pro gets you better rate limits, special features. Ultra is for the cutting-edge early access to DeepThink, Flow with VO3, plus perks like YouTube Premium, storage.
Catering to different needs, right?
Mm-hmm.
More intensive users wanting the absolute latest.
Makes sense. Okay, finally, let's look at AI spreading across devices with Android XR.
All right, Gemini coming to watches, cars,
Yeah.
TVs. But the big news was Android XR.
A whole new platform built for XR headsets, glasses, collaboration with Samsung, optimized for Snapdragon with Qualcomm.
It's a strategic move, isn't it? Extending AI beyond phones into augmented and virtual reality needs that tight hardware-software integration.
We saw Gemini on Samsung's upcoming Project Muhan headset, Google Maps, MLB app, but more immersive.
But the glasses demo backstage,
Yeah.
that was the eye-opener.
Totally. Lightweight glasses, camera, mics, optional display in the lens, providing contextual info, remembering details, navigation, booking stuff, real-time translation.
The Hindi Farsi translation demo was impressive.
And partnering with Gentle Monster, Warby Parker for stylish frames. That's smart, makes the tech more appealing.
It really felt like a glimpse of practical, intelligent, smart eyewear. AI seamlessly integrated into your view of the world. Hands-free, intuitive help.
And the style factor is key for adoption, isn't it?
Absolutely. Needs to be functional and desirable, socially acceptable.
So, wow, that's an incredible amount of ground we just covered. They even had that running AI counter during the keynote.
Huh. Yeah, it tallied 95 distinct AI announcements, apparently.
A bit cheeky, but it really drove home the sheer volume.
It really did. The breadth and depth were remarkable.
And beyond the tech, they touched on broader impact. FireSat for wildfire detection, better resolution, faster analysis.
Right, the AI isn't just taking pictures, it's analyzing them in real time. Crucial for faster response.
And winged drones delivering supplies during Hurricane Helene when roads were out. Inspiring stuff.
Demonstrates that agility, using AI-powered tech for critical real-world challenges.
Looking ahead, the potential in robotics, medicine, quantum computing, autonomous vehicles, it feels closer now.
Doesn't it? Sundar's personal story about his parents riding in a Waymo.
Yeah, that brought it home. The tangible impact this tech is starting to have on everyday lives.
It offers that glimpse into the future, where these AI solutions are just part of the fabric of society.
Well, there you have it. The pace, the scope. Google I/O 25 was truly breathtaking on the AI front.
It really was. And this incredible wave of advancements, it raises a question for you, our listener. With so much happening, which of these developments do you find most impactful?
Or what future possibilities really excite you now?
Absolutely. There's so much to potentially explore further based on what caught your interest today.
We definitely encourage you to do that. This AI journey is,
Oh,
well, it's clearly ongoing.
and its potential to shape our future seems clearer than ever. Profoundly so.
Okay, let's leave the unpacking there for now. Until our next deep dive.